I'm in the mood to be entertaining tonight, and if that comes across as stupid, sorry. But I'm in the city. I'm in Carlton or Parkville, thereabouts. Tourist guide. I'm a tourist guide tonight. All right, Melbourne Hall there, Howard Florey Centre further on. But here, Percy Grainger, his museum, and a little sign about him there. But what you won't read is, I'm just being a tourist guide here. Welcome to Melbourne. What you won't read probably, or you might in there, I don't know what's in there, I've never been in there. But one thing I heard about Percy Grainger is that after he died, no, just before he died, he sealed a trunk, an old, the old-fashioned trunk or something, and it had his memorabilia in there, but nobody knew what that memorabilia was. He left it as his legacy, and he died leaving instructions that it was not to be opened for 50 years or something like that. So it was to be a time capsule. He's one of our most famous composers, probably our most famous composer. All right. So, the trunk sat there for however long it was. Let's say it was 50 years. I don't know. And eventually came time to open it. It was a time capsule, and some very important people all gathered around, including some representatives from the government, as I understand it, and they all got around the trunk for the ceremonial opening of the time capsule. What was in there? Was it one last piece of music that he was leaving for us? Or was it something magnificent? Concerto or something? Was it the great Australian song? That had never been heard yet. It could have been anything. Was it dirt on all the famous people he knew? Nobody knew what was in it. Anyway, so they all gathered round and they opened it, and inside was bondage equipment, whips, what do bondage people have? Leathers, handcuffs, stuff like that. And worse. He knew, when he died, he knew that they would put important people all around his trunk for a very public ceremonial opening of that trunk. I think that's fantastic. My first instinct to say that's a pretty Aussie thing to do. One last laugh. But I do think it might have been more than that. This is just me guessing, but I think, I think he wanted everyone to know that he was into that kinky stuff and everything. Because he was, one of our austere public artists, and that was his reputation. And I guess if he had never told anybody that he was actually into this other stuff, he would never have been known. He would never have, a fake version of him would have existed, but the real him would never have existed. Perhaps he died thinking, I don't want to have never existed. The philosophy aside, very funny moment, I'm sure it was anyway. End of tour.